Hey guys, Dustin here, and today, by popular request, we have the Griffin Alpha. Now, to me, my first impression on this is it just looks kind of long, but I think it's just an illusion because the diameter of it is so, well, it just seems a little thin. When you look at the diameter of it, it's probably a lot like my Revolution, just the 9mm suppressor and those type things. But when I pick it up next to my Saker, man, this thing is heavy. This is a Silencer Co. Saker, and it's pretty much identical length. Okay, the end cap of the Alpha sticks out just a little longer. And then this is my old Gemtech Sandstorm. I think it's been replaced by a new version. And it is actually, the Alpha is actually a little bit shorter than it, but not much. But, and they're about the same weight, which is about right, because the Alpha has a stainless steel body and mostly a titanium baffle stack, and so it comes in at 14.5 ounces, and so that's pretty good, and that's 7.6 inches in length. So there's your stats. But the cool thing about the Alpha is that you can take it apart. It's a centerfire rated, up to 300 Winchester Magnum suppressor that you can service yourself. Now, a lot of you are saying, why? Well, I guess the better question would be, why not? But especially if you're shooting something like a 300 Blackout, subsonics, that's a filthy caliber. It's more like a pistol caliber anyway, pistol powders, and that's going to get your can pretty dirty. But then it also gives you options. Hey, well, if it gets damaged, just an easy replacement, baffle anyway, but you can shoot 22s and stuff through it, and then you can take it apart if you want. Now, how it comes apart, you got a little ratcheting system up here. Be careful, this thing's sharp. I wrapped my shirt around it earlier to loosen it up, and I ripped my shirt. But anyway, a standard AR car wrench, that'll fit right on it, and I love it when they do stuff like that and make something universal. You just take it apart. Okay, so it's got a ratcheting spring that it locks up pretty snug in there. You can see right there. Yeah, that's it. And so that spring just wraps around the end cap, and you just take it apart. I think it has like 5 or so baffles in it. I may could just push it out with my finger. Oh, not quite. But that's, and the other cool thing is that you have this this pusher that you insert in the end where you'd normally be putting your muzzle in. And I hadn't completely recessed it earlier. And anyway, you thread this bad boy in, and then you can push all your baffles out pretty much effortlessly. And I know that because the other day I was just able to do it by hand. And so if I can do it by hand without getting a socket on this, that's pretty much effortlessly. In fact, okay, there they come right now. I probably should have just used it to push it as a stick up in there. So here they come. They're falling out. You've got a little M-stack, I think it's called, a baffle system. And so you can, since they're titanium and whatnot, you can just throw them in ultrasonic, sandblasted, or stainless steel cleaner, whatever. Your choice, you can do it to it. All right, there's the whole stack. And your blast baffle is going to be stainless steel, so it just holds up better. So yes, we are talking 6 baffles, and then we're good to go. They have alignment notches, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Pretty simple, pretty slick. We're going to put it back together and see how it shoots. It uses the same QD mounts. This is, I believe, the minimalist one. It's a shorter QD one, and the can is kind of long. You have quite a range. I can stick my whole finger up there until I touch the first baffle, and so it has that taper lock. So that taper lock's gonna snug right up against it. And you can see someone has dinged the mess. Well, not that bad, but it has some damage on that. But yeah, you don't feel it at all when you're putting it in and putting it on, and then it locks up on that taper lock. Now, warning about these taper locks: make sure that you thread lock the muzzle brake to your rifle before you put this on. Don't just try to thread that in there. It'll stick and it'll stay, and you have to get it off somehow. All right, so this is an old CMMG 16-inch upper 300 Blackout. We're going to start with some Gemtech 187 subsonic ammo and just have some fun because, of course, subsonic's the best with any kind of suppressor. So here we go. Man, I'm almost thinking the impact of the bullet into the berm is a little bit louder than the gun itself. We'll hit some steel for fun. So I thought it was hitting a little left earlier because this is funny. I put this Vortex on the other day and it is zeroed right out the gate, so that's been fun. All right, cool deal. All right, so that was Subsonic 300 Blackout. Here's some 125 SSTs loaded up. So Supersonic 300 Blackout in the Griffin Alpha. Okay, of course it is a little bit louder, but I mean it seems on par with every other 308 can I've shot. All right, so just a little more noise and a whole lot more crack, of course. We're gonna switch it around before it gets too hot and put it on 223. Oh no. I had thread locked it the other day, but just like I warned you a second ago, it is stuck in. Oh man, I didn't thread lock it good enough, because there it is. That adapter is stuck right in there, so I'm gonna have to do some doing, or we're gonna have to come back tomorrow and finish this mess. So the real advantage of a serviceable centerfire suppressor is we can put it on our 22s. So this is the brand new Henry Arms Frontier rifle, and you know, 22's filthy, but we can shoot without problems. I tell you, when I was at SHOT Show and I was eyeing all their suppressors, the guys, you know, Griffin themselves were saying, hey guys, Dustin, just get the Alpha. The Alpha is where it's at. And so they got a point there. You know, it's one of the first centerfire user serviceable suppressors that I've seen. And, you know, with guys from Griffin and, you know, when you buy quality like Gem Tech and Bowers, all those with a great reputation, you're going to get something good. And so a lot of times everybody's asking me, so what's the best suppressor for this? Or, you know, it's like asking, what's the best car? What's the best firearm? It boils down to user preference, as long as you're buying quality. And so if you want a user serviceable centerfire can that you can even use on 22, or you want to shoot lead through your gun and be able to clean it out, hey, the Alpha's where it's at. It's going to retail around $1,000, but we all know you can beat that price at Silencer Shop. And if you act now, there's a $200 credit. If you buy from Silencer Shop, Griffin's going to give you $200. That'll cover your tax stamp. Then you can buy all your extra brakes and direct thread adapters and all those cool accessories from them. And so, you know, win-win there. So yeah, check out the Griffin Alpha. If you want me to test another suppressor for you, leave it in the comments. I'll do the best I can. And in the meantime, y'all shoot straight and shoot quietly.